Hello everyone and welcome to the final Series 2 of the Traitors Down Under. Nice cheap show maybe this week. We are here for the final and there may going to be no prize money.
They've changed, well, they've not changed anything. There's a new rule that's been introduced, but I think before we get to that point we should just say that it's just, to be fair, we could sum up the episode already so far as being just normal Sam fare. Sam seems to be getting away with more nonsense. Yes. and
we have to say we've not seen the final yet.
No, so we've done
this
the same.
This is our new format.
Yes, so we've done the same as what we did with the New Zealand final, and that is that when they get to the fire pit, which they have in Australia.
Yeah, Roger's pushed the boat out.
Roger's got the fire pit. It's because he got his money back from that heist he did.
I'm glad the producers are listening to us, personally us, because you didn't want them to give them all the prize money for doing the last rubbish waterfall.
Because what's the point of doing all the tasks up to that point if you're just going to give them all the money in the first place? And they haven't.
208,000?
208,000 Australian dollars, which is
haven't
very
rounded
good.
it up. Lovely.
Yes,
fire
also
pit.
don't like
we
rounding
love
up.
Fire pit.
Dislike rounding up. I love the fire pit. They brought that in as well. You should introduce yourself though before we talk about any more of this wonderful show.
Yes. I am Ben, co-host of Faithful to the Traitors, which is the podcast you are listening to
now.
I am, of course, right into the end. I'm just like Sarah. I'm 100% faithful.
And like,
clueless but faithful.
Well, like Liam, I've suddenly gained a clue, and I'm here to wire things.
Then gets voted off
around your house. I'm Alex. Hello, faithful. Thanks for listening. And I am also a faithful. And if you want to get in touch, I'm going to get that out of the way straight away as well. You can find us on X at Traitors Podcast. You can find us on Instagram at Faithful to the Traitors. You can email us faithfultothetraitors@gmail.com. What have you thought about this Australian series of the Traitors? And has it been unfairly dismissed as maybe?
Well, I won't make my choice up until I see what happens next. But
the very, very, very final bit of the fire pit. Well, like other episodes of Traitors,
as well, this is maybe our last one for a while. So even if you do get in touch with us, we don't know when the next Faithful to the Traitors is, because this is the final.
Well, there's a final of this podcast. However, we do have another podcast. So if you do follow us on our socials, you'll find out about our other podcast that will be coming out very soon.
Comment below.
Just dropped it.
I've got to let everyone know.
There's no anticipation or surprise, is there?
People need to know.
No, they don't.
They have to be turning off now.
Yeah, but why would they bother joining our socials now? They'll be like, no need to bother. Just listen. We'll find it on our podcaster apps. But no, look, right. So the episode of Traitors, pretty much standard fare of what they do with the finals. They talk to each one of them individually, as a talking head to camera, kind of what they want to do, what their gameplay is going to be. They play the final big game to earn the cash. Then they do the first banishment. And then after the first banishment, they then go to the fire pit, where normally
the normal series of the Traitors,
they would have a discussion on whether they want to continue the game or not. But as you will find out, there was no point for that because Sarah is very, very flaky. Sarah, I mean, my heart hurt for her because I do think this was probably the biggest head fuck for Sarah that she's in her entire life. Like in her VT, she even said that like she's played a terrible game and that she's been all over the place.
Best game she could play.
The best game she could play.
One.
But she said she thought that her skills as a psychotherapist would translate into the game, but actually 2 episodes or 3 episodes in, she realised that it had no translatable skills at all to play. So that's kind of why Sarah's kind of just been in the background the whole time, kind of just listening, persuaded to go one way and then kind of joining the crowd. Let's be honest, I don't think Sarah's ever jumped out the kind of bandwagon at any point.
It's just so annoying because it's not that she did it once and then once again. That was annoying enough. But this is now, I think, the 4th or 5th time possibly in a row where she has done this. And each time it has caused Sam to stay in. And it's just the most annoying thing.
Well, this was her opportunity. Her and Liam's final opportunity.
Yeah,
and even Blake said that he was going to watch and see how he thought Sarah was going to vote. And this could have been an opportunity for Blake to get rid of Sam as well. Liam, Sarah, Sam. This is what I said Liam, Blake, and Sarah. This is what I said on the last episode. I said the last opportunity to get rid of Sam would be if Blake could join the team.
Yes.
And Sarah, yet again,
it's just so annoying because Liam has been far too gullible and swayed by Sam this whole time. They did a whole montage of him being swayed, but he did. Yep. This is what happens every time this series. Every time someone does suddenly see the light against the cult leader, they get banished.
But Sam also
in a ridiculous manner.
But Sam also did the same tactic as he's done with everyone else as well.
A reverse Uno card.
Yeah, Liam. That's right. Liam said, you are the one who's always, like, if someone's said that you're a traitor, that person then gets banished, and you've always persuaded me to vote with you. Sam said, no, Liam, you've always been the one who's kind of thrust your ideas onto me, and I've just shared them with the group.
Gaslighting.
Sarah then sits there and she pierces her lips.
As a psychotherapist who's professional knows what gaslighting is, she agrees with Sam.
Yeah. She agrees to be gaslit.
She
pierces her lips. Her eyes went very puffy. She was very upset. I think at this point Sarah was just so confused by it all that I literally think that Roger could have walked in and just said, it's me, and Sarah
Roger's
said, I vote Roger.
Roger could have walked in and said, Sam's a traitor. I've already made that joke, so I'm not going to make it again. But it's just like, it's so. Last week I was like, I just want Sam to win because these faithfuls are just so ridiculous, and they are still continuing. In the final, they're still ridiculous. But I want Sam to win because that's the only option is now gone, because there's now a new option which I wasn't aware of. Traitors Dilemma.
Well, before we jump into the Traitors Dilemma, because that will lead into us then watching it live, inverted commas. Can we talk about the game first of all, and how Roger had so much fun driving away in the getaway vehicle.
He had a new outfit.
I've never seen someone so happy in all my life. Yep, he was wearing all black with a black
sunglasses, black leather coat.
Yeah, black leather gloves, turtleneck. He looked like the milk tray man.
He got his van, his white van.
A dirty white van. I was not impressed with that.
Very dusty in Australia.
Yeah, but you could have got his butler to give it a clean.
Well, I noticed the beanie hats he gave them were dirty too. So he didn't even bother to clean them.
I know, rubbish. Well, maybe his butler's taking the day off or something.
I mean, a bit of a lower budget finale than last series. Last series it was just the waterfall thing, wasn't it? They had to go down a waterfall and pick up money and then come back up. Actually, that was the Australian one. Yeah, because Alex was scared of waterfalls.
Oh, I thought they had a proper adventure like they do in.
No, that's the American one.
Well, the UK one had a good one as well.
UK and America had a big one.
That was a really good one. The UK one.
This was a treasure hunt.
It wasn't really a hunt, was it? It was finding treasure that was in plain sight.
Through a smelly old pond. Don't want leeches up your foo-foo.
Oh,
Thank you for that advice, Sarah.
Sarah didn't want any leeches up her fanny, so because they might interrupt her thought process. They might make her change her mind.
Maybe there's already one up there, and that's why she can't keep a straight thought on the traitors.
Maybe Sam's got No.
Sam's the leech.
Bad Alex.
So they went through that. Then they broke into a shed. Stole some more. That was a bit dangerous, that barbed wire thing where Liam had to go through feet first.
Liam's done it before. He's had to go through barbed wire to get to an electric power point in order to...
Don't touch both at the same time.
What, positive and negative?
Well, the barbed wire and an electric point, you don't want to touch them at the same time, do you? Because you get electrocuted.
I think you're going to get electrocuted if you just touch the electric point, to be fair.
Answers on a postcard, Liam. Thank you.
Yes, Liam, let us know. How can you electrocute yourself?
There were two cows having a nice, casual, relaxed
charging
time.
at them. They weren't being relaxed at all. It was really aggressive. I was fearing for Camille's life at one point. Camille just did this cow charge toward her. Bless her.
Oh, it's not fair on the poor cows. Roger's probably been ignoring them for a few weeks.
They're not Roger's cows. Oh my God, you didn't even listen to the premise, did you?
Or something, isn't he? Who's stolen his money.
He had money stolen from
Paul
him.
Henry.
Yes.
In New Zealand.
Paul Henry stole money from Roger and he buried them around his estate, and Roger has basically broken into the estate, and funnily enough he had half an hour, about the same time they give every game, for them to quickly find the money and get out again. But yeah, there's around the dining room table, that was literally just piled like a pyramid.
Yeah, they're like, you have 30 seconds left, and they're like, oh, okay, we better use this mansion we've borrowed. I want there to be a whole lore, actually, of the traitor presenters, that they're all in the same universe as their characters.
What, and they all communicate with each other about their traitorous game? And they all hate
each other as well and think they're the best one.
Sounds a bit like Squid Game. It's like they all invite each other to come and watch the others play the Traitors game.
Yeah. So when they do Traitors All-Star Worldwide, all the presenters will present it in one big traitor game.
Right.
I think that'd be a good idea. And I think Paul Henry and Roger don't like each other.
Well, we've already created a law. So Paul Henry has stolen money from Roger.
Exactly, I like this.
Roger the Dodger. Although he called himself the Artful Dodger, didn't he? And Team Tracksuit.
Yeah, see? I like this idea.
So that's the law then, is it? So Paul Henry steals money from Roger, and Roger, tit for tat, steals money from Paul Henry.
Yeah. And each series has each presenter going to an art gallery where they're trying to steal back that's from each other's presenters. See, it all makes sense. All these tasks are linked, I think.
It makes sense to do a law like that.
I'm going to create a map, a mind map.
Right.
And put them all together and see how they all link
Sarah
up.
could
I think
help you
it's
with
possible.
that.
Yes, she's got a lot of free time now.
No, not just that. She's honed into the art of minds.
So once they won the game, they sped off in their van. The van must have stank when Roger had to drive them away, by the way, because they had cow poo all over them.
Roger didn't care. He was happy. He was smiling. And there was a dividing wall between them and Roger.
That's true.
Which is what Roger wanted. I like the way that Liam really took the role on, and as he was running towards the van, he said, "Start the engine! Get us out of here, Roger!" And Roger kind of just casually opened the door for them. He opened the side door, which I thought was a weird choice. Like, they could all just get into the back.
He's needed them all in at once. I don't know how health and safety works on the show, but it looks very dangerous.
They weren't wearing crash helmets, were they?
No. And so when they got back home to the hotel,
Roger's hotel,
Liam was 100% going with Sam. Sarah said, "Yes, I'm 100% going with Sam." She had a little chat with Sam, and I thought, "You're bluffing." I was still stupid. I thought Sarah's playing a game here. She's bluffing. She's doing that
see
face
in her eyes the moment Sam said something.
I don't think I wanted to believe it, but yeah.
No, the moment she had Sam whisper in her ear the idea that Liam could be actually the traitor, you just saw her reaction. It was the same reaction she does at the round table every bloody time when Sam says something, and she's like, "Yeah, that's a good idea."
Yeah, she licks her lips.
What is it?
I don't know.
What is it that makes people not think it's Sam?
That's he literally grins and laughs at you, and they believe him. It's really weird.
But that's what's so. That's what's so bizarre about it. Like everyone is saying it's Sam. Everyone, and it's still not. Even Liam, who is Sam's best friend, like Sarah should have stood back and said, "God, Liam and Sam have been really close to each other." So even if Sarah in her mind thought to herself, "Well, maybe Liam and Sam are actually trying to backstab one another, and they're both traitors," she still could have gone with Sam because, like, it doesn't make sense. In my mind, is like I just want to cry.
These faithfuls are clueless.
Well, they are, and they were, and they continue to be.
From episode 1 to 9.
To the banishment they went. And
it was just ridiculous. It was just so ridiculous that she voted off Liam, but
4 votes to 1.
So he was gone, and then Roger and the production team panicked, and they were like, "Oh,
no, I think
we keep giving hints. We keep telling them who the traitors are, and they're not voting them off. We're now in the final. We need to create a new final game."
We've never seen an episode of The Traitors where they've got to the final with so many traitors still in the game.
I swear this must be the first time. It has to be. It's like a deadlock.
The thing is, I agree with you. It feels like there's something that they kind of panicked because it was inevitable. There was no kind of like tension for the fire pit, and they need attention for the fire pit. I mean, it's a.
Roger picked up a red phone.
Yeah.
Dialed the creator of The Traitors, whoever that may be, and said, "What do we do? Your game. There's a rule here, and your game's now broken because we now have just traitors left."
He went to the Traitors hotline.
He did.
And he asked for advice. "Hi, welcome to Traitors hotline. Press 1 for game rules. Press 2 for if there's 3 traitors still left in the final game." Doop.
Are your contestants part of a cult?
Yeah. Is Sam playing your version of Traitors?
God.
Sam also, when Liam got banished, laughed.
Yeah, he couldn't even pretend
He couldn't contain it anymore. And Sarah looked at him and stared at him, and she was
notice.
Like, "Well, no." In my mind, I thought in my mind that Sarah thought to herself, "Is Sam a traitor? Is he a traitor?"
Well, it was just I've completely given up. She didn't even get the choice then, because they edited her out for the rest of the episode.
They really did. Because then Roger, as you said, then this very serviceable idea that they put forward, which is called the Traitors Dilemma. So, Ben.
That's what it was.
So
And Sarah got voted. Roger came in, lit the fire pit, said, right, we're voting, go.
Yeah.
Quick.
Yeah.
Half a second.
Yeah.
Sarah, you're out. It was nice playing you. Bye.
He literally said this, like, let's not waste any time. Everyone vote. And everyone was like, Sarah. Again, though, at the fire pit. Well, at the fire pit again, there was a moment there where you could just see behind her eyes. She thought, "Yeah, I'm going to get Sam out, and I'm going to get everyone on my side." And she seemed like really kind of. She
like Sam, I've got you.
Yeah, and then she knew her fate, but at the same time, there was a little bit in her mind that was like, "But I could still get Sam."
Still didn't quite twig. I mean, they didn't show us anything. Like, surely she must have chatted to Blake and Camille, and they must have said, "Oh yeah, we're going to vote Sam." The
producers knew that was a waste of airtime, so they just like, let's not bother with that. So the Traitors Dilemma, we must explain, because this is where we've stopped now. So Sarah has been banished. They're around the fire pit. They've been told there's a Traitors Dilemma. So basically, they have to decide whether they want to share the money between the three of them, or whether in a secret vote, one of them wants to steal. Or two of them want to steal. If one of them wants to steal, then they take all the money. If two of them steal, but one of them share, then the two of them split the money. But
who steal, the one who shares goes with nothing.
Yeah. But if all three steal, then they all go with nothing. And before we sat down to even record this, I kind of turned to you, Ben, didn't I? And I said, to be honest with you, Camille, I don't know, but Blake's in a bit of a damned if you do, damned if you don't situation. If he's going to be spiteful, because he knows Sam's going to steal, if he's feeling particularly spiteful...
The only one who doesn't know that is Sarah.
No, but she can be convinced. He might as well vote to steal.
Yeah.
I don't know about Camille. Camille's up in the air with me.
I know, I'm going to feel really bad if she says share.
I think she might share.
Oh.
Bless her
All
little
three
cons.
of them need to steal, I'm afraid, because... No matter what happens,
no one wins nothing.
Because I did think to myself, Camille and Blake should team up and share, but they can't because Sam will steal. So because Sam is stealing, that's the only outcome: is Sam takes everything or no one gets anything. Is the only outcome that is.
I agree. I think if I was playing this game with Sam, I know full well he's going to steal, and I would steal too, and it would be entirely based on spite. Does it feel a little bit soppy for me to suggest as an idea for this program on the hotline, if I was on the other end, that if all three traitors steal and they don't take any money home, then the prize money gets split between all the faithful.
All the ones that got voted off. Yeah.
Every single one of them. All the faithful. not the other traitor, because there was one more traitor.
Ash.
Sorry, Ash, I love you, but you were a traitor. But if the rest of the faithful...
Between 17 of them, however many.
How many would there be? Well, if there was 22 contestants, there was 4, so it was 18, yeah?
I don't know. I don't think there was 22, was there?
I don't remember.
I'm going to press play while you work.
But no, don't do that because
10 minutes.
Yes, that's fine. But we need to have a quick break while we go find Sarah and try to explain to her the rules of the traitors. Hi everyone, so we're back.
We are nice and warm around this fire pit.
It's lovely, isn't it?
Blake, Camille, and Liam are all Sam are all gazing into the fire.
Yes, so now they need to decide whether they're going to split or steal or whatever they've called it on here.
The Traitors Dilemma. This is very Golden Balls.
It is very Golden Balls. A game show I actually hated. Just so
I loved it.
Oh, I thought it was horrible. I thought it was a horrible, nasty game show. And now I'm watching Traitors.
And what a simple but savage dilemma it is.
He's loving it, isn't he? Old Roger. Roger's loving this version more, I can tell.
Or you can each choose to steal it.
Why don't Roger marry Claudia and then they can both host the UK version? That's a bit of law for us.
That's exactly
or he could marry
split it 3 ways.
The American one, I can't remember his name. Thingy.
If one traitor
Scottish
chooses to
actor.
steal, they
I
take
can't
it
remember his
all.
name either, that's terrible.
If 2 traitors choose to
Paul
steal,
Henry could be
they
like
split the
Bowser
prize
and he tries to split
Steal
Claudia.
Claudia.
Yeah, tries to steal Claudia away. Who could be
All 3
Daisy?
of you choose to steal.
Hi, I'm Daisy.
You all get nothing.
So Paul's just explaining that's not Paul, God.
Roger.
Roger's explaining the rules, what we've just
They
already
say it
explained.
was a savage dilemma.
It needs to just no one win. That's the only outcome I'll accept to this
Or-
series because of Sam's evil game.
Yeah, because of Sam. Or if they do split it between the faithful, which is what I suggested, the faithful would win. She puts her glasses on again. Each of the faithful will win 13,000 Australian dollars. So that's a nice little take home, isn't it?
We did it.
Yeah.
Oh, they're gonna have a chat. Here we go. Hang on.
The plan was executed.
Sam is shaking his head no as he's saying
Yeah, as he's
yes.
speaking. So come on.
Come on, Camille.
Come on, Sarah.
And
Oh, hang on.
Yeah.
Sarah's not there.
100%. 100%.
Sam is literally shaking his head as he's
saying
talking,
it, yeah.
he's saying no while going, yeah,
we talked
yeah.
about sharing.
That's a tell.
That's it.
Come on, Camille, use your police
I'm sticking
training
with
here. Just have no one win, and all the money can go towards Series 3.
Sticking with it.
I'm not being funny, but the police officers haven't done brilliantly
We're sticking
well
with
in
it.
this, have they?
No one has.
No, to be
100%.
fair, they've all been
100%.
rubbish.
Just the sheriff.
Feels like such a different program from when it started with Guy on the show and Annabelle, doesn't it?
We can do this. Yeah.
Guy and Annabelle
Fully
kind of
integrity.
made the edges softer, and it feels really.
Well, has it now? This is the moment to redeem the series. So I am not holding out hope.
I think that Blake and
Sam are gonna win. Oh, that'd be even worse though.
I really do.
I want no one to win. It's the better option.
Camille's wearing like the white version of the suit jacket, which
Oh yeah, Marge
wore. Yeah, see the Chanel, is it
Chanel one, yeah.
Trust each other.
Camille looks like she's about to shit herself.
Now write down your choice.
I would
Either
be shitting
share
myself.
or steal.
Just steal.
Oh, gone to commercial.
Adverts.
Oh, how
Oh,
lovely.
an autumn leaf.
Yeah, lovely. We're getting autumn here now, aren't we? Well, you wouldn't believe it with the sun, but yeah, with the we got our pumpkin spice lattes coming into the shop.
Now write down your choice. Either share or steal.
Don't want to watch it. Why is like Sam and Blake next to each other and Camille's on the other side on her own as well?
Hang
They should
on,
have a podium.
I'm trying to
each.
watch what they're writing. Oh, it's difficult.
STSH, yeah.
Oh no, Blake's chalk's not working. How can chalk not work? I've just realised what I said. It wasn't writing very well. There you go. On the slate. Oh my god, that's a face
Blake
of
looks
someone.
sick.
Yes, Blake. That's the face of someone who's made a mistake.
God.
Guess there's a first time for everything.
Sam's perfectly fine.
Oh,
with
Sam's
his
fine.
choice.
Sam don't give a monkey. Sam's literally going 100%.
Oh, they're starting,
with Sam.
Oh my god.
Imagine if he says share.
It's been
No.
amazing playing with you two. And I've
He's
had
gonna
so much
steal.
fun.
If they're starting with Sam, I think they're all going to steal.
But I'm here to steal the
Yeah.
silver.
Well, what a surprise. Kel surprise. If you fell for Sam, this last hurdle, guys,
Well, they probably have.
you're all idiots.
What's the theme here this series?
Sam's chosen steal.
Everyone's fallen,
Means
yeah, for Sam.
splitting the pot three ways
No,
is off the table. Let's now hear
Blake didn't react to that. You knew full well he was going to steal.
I had to go in this direction.
Yeah, he stole.
I'm sorry.
This is so obvious.
I also chose to steal.
Yeah.
God, has
yep,
Camille
yep.
shared? Oh my god.
Deep down, I knew Sam was going to try and steal, but Sam and I can still share this money.
Camille shared, doesn't
It all
she?
comes down
I don't
to
know. I don't
Camille.
know.
Oh,
I love that Blake
to
said.
cry.
I love that Blake said deep down. I knew Sam was going. You didn't have to dive that deep, mate. you knew Sam was going to steal.
split it
Oh, from
Yeah,
the
but look how guilty Blake looks, where Sam doesn't look guilty. Camille looks raging.
No one is taking home any silver tonight. Camille.
yeah, Camille looks upset.
reveal your choice.
She shared. She shared. Did a bat just come out of Roger's
The
jacket?
most fun I've had in this game was when you guys recruited me. I have had a ball being part of Team
She
Traitor.
shared. She shared.
Like, you were the best players. You planned, you were strategic. And when you recruited me, I knew then your plan was to take me right here. I knew you wanted me because I was a sharer.
Oh, she's
Oh,
stolen.
she's stolen.
I wasn't going to win.
No one's going to win.
Yes.
That's what she said.
Then none of us were going to win.
Oh my god,
Yes.
no one's winning anything.
That's amazing.
You guys have just wasted 2 weeks of your lives.
That's for you being selfish
Yes.
and wanting everything Sam. This is all
Too
down
right.
to Sam.
It's all Sam's fault. Yeah, it's all your fault, Sam, mate.
Oh, that's
it's
hilarious.
all your fault.
That would feel better than winning because, I've
100%.
taken the money directly from him as well.
That is 3 steals, meaning unfortunately.
No one's winning anything.
Well, there definitely will be a series 3 because
Yeah,
the
you've got a budget
budget's already
now.
paid. Everyone.
Come on, Channel 10. You didn't
God.
spend a penny. Other than obviously
That
to
is
make
hilarious.
the game, but
that is like the best outcome. Sam can't be. Sam's like angry. It's like, well, what do you expect?
Aww.
I feel like I've wasted 14 days of my life.
I think he
Seems
did.
true traitors to the bitter end.
Blake's disappointed.
Unfortunately,
Blake is
that's also
terribly
your
disappointed.
downfall.
We
Come here.
worked bloody hard the whole game to try and stay here. And I think we did deserve to have that silver.
Should have shared then,
Yeah.
Sam.
Actually, no one takes the silver home at all.
He's like a kid who's like, can I still have an ice cream?
I can't believe that just happened. I had more trust in you being a loyal person that you made out that you were.
What you're saying about me is exactly
Yes.
you.
Well,
Where's your loyalty?
where's your
The
loyalty?
way that I've seen mostly Sam lie to other faithfuls and banish them, and the same face, the same time.
He's angry.
he told
Sam's
me
angry.
everything
Good.
to
He's
I'm
everyone.
glad.
blinking. He's blinking a
It
lot.
has made this whole series worth it. This has. So Camille is my winner, my people's champion.
Oh no,
I know
Blake's the
result
one I'm
is
most
hard
upset
to take
about.
right now, but you can take heart in knowing
He
that
won
you beat
nothing.
out 17 other players to make it to this position.
They should give him a T-shirt at least, or a
A
badge.
tracksuit.
Yeah, the red tracksuit.
Unfortunately,
Oh, Blake, mate,
silver
I'm so
will be
sorry.
staying.
Blake said he needed that money.
He
Didn't
did.
I don't
He
know
said
what
he
for.
wanted that money.
It's Sam's fault because he's too untrustworthy.
As Camille,
you
as
can't
Camille,
trust him.
As Camille said, Sam's now blaming other people for what's happened, and it's like, no, Sam, you're the one
Camille,
who.
if you were an
You had
OG
to play a
traitor and there's
slightly-
2 people over there and you brought me in and I was like, you did all the work. I would have been like, you know what? I'm going to take the risk and share it.
Bull, absolute bull.
I think you actually know deep down in your heart that you realise that me and Blake do deserve
Oh,
it.
shut up,
Oh,
Sam.
shut up.
Worked and how smart we
Deserve
worked,
it.
that you should have
Why
just
is
been
Blake
like, you know
not
what,
standing in
fair
here
play,
and
boys,
saying,
you've done
Sam,
good.
no, come
It
on,
just doesn't
you
make sense.
can't
it doesn't
put.
make sense.
He's
I still
literally
don't
like an
know.
overgrown child. That's what a child
You come
does.
here and say we worked
Yeah.
the hardest, and
I
you
did, Mark.
did.
You know how hard it
You
was
just
to
made
be
some
a-
mistakes. It's not personal.
You're
I-
too
I
treacherous, Sam.
respect
You
guys'
had no
personality.
trust. You had to have like a little bit of trust, and you had
Yeah.
none.
It's just the game, guys. It's just the game.
Yeah, that's what a rich person says.
Oh, shut up, Sam.
Sam, I've seen your Instagram.
Yeah,
You travel full time.
You're hardly wanting for much, are you, mate? Let's just be honest.
Should have banished her.
Should have banished you.
Well,
Blake
no,
and,
because if you
Blake and
banished-
Camille should have got rid of Sam and
can't
then
believe she
shared the
did
money at the end.
Yeah, but if he had banished her, they still would have done the dilemma, and Blake would have still voted to steal. So then he still would have had no money.
Yeah, exactly. He burnt all his
It's
bridges.
so funny. Sam's not taking any responsibility for what's happened here. Not 1 ounce of responsibility of what's happened here. That's
Where's Roger?
hilarious.
Sheriff out.
That is actually hilarious.
Sheriff out, indeed. Well, they do say justice is best served cold. Sir, there you have it. Our deliciously wicked
There
game.
you go. I mean, I get that Sam
Down to our final 3.
did play a good game convincing people. We've had this argument over and over again.
Well, we've
Were
had
they-
it since episode like
Were they
2.
were they convinced because they were that Sam was smart, or were they convinced because they were not maybe as smart? They weren't very smart themselves.
Next time.
That's neither here nor there at this point. The fact is that Sam does need to kind of take a step back and think to himself. But obviously that's very much of the moment. And I'm sure now that Sam and Camille and Blake have spoken to each other and they've had a conversation and everything's fine. But like, it's just so funny that Sam would not take any responsibility
I know.
at that point. And
He was
Camille,
a really horrible gameplay right to the end.
because he pushed blame onto everyone else.
And it wasn't that he played an amazing game and him and Blake deserved to win because he wanted to steal from Blake. So he didn't want to share with Blake because they were in it OGs.
It's a shame,
And
Blake...
he didn't play that good of a game. He just had really dumb faithfuls.
Yeah, it's a shame Blake didn't. It's a shame Blake didn't step up there and say like, look, Sam, what Camille is actually saying is correct. What on what basis should we have trusted you for you to say you were going to share? If you'd given us more reason to trust you, then perhaps I would have shared it. But there was no basis whatsoever.
That was the trouble with Sam. He, you know, he had no trust with the faithfuls. He had no trust with any of the traitors.
The traitors. And so that kind of shows that actually Sam isn't as good a game player as he thinks.
No.
Because he needs people. If he was a good traitor, he would be able to get people on his side.
But he was too slippery.
He was too slippery. And he just...
That was a good end, though. No one won. Perfect.
Well, it felt a bit hollow, though, didn't it? That
Yeah,
no
but
one
that's
won
what
any
I wanted
money.
this series, because it's what they deserved.
The Australia version's not had a nice end yet. I had like a nice end, like a happy ending.
That was satisfying, though, that he got nothing. I'm very satisfied with that.
I'm satisfied, but I'm also really, really frustrated that Sam reacted that way.
Same, but Camille didn't care. She was
No,
like,
Camille, that's the funny
peace,
thing. That's
peace
the other
out,
thing. Sam
bitch.
wanted a reaction from Camille, and Camille just kind of went, nah, you're all right, and then walked off. The fact that, like, Blake gave a reaction, Sam didn't touch him. So there you go. Well, there you go. But
no winner. Who would have thought? No winners.
No winner of the trade. But as you say, Channel 10, you've got $8,000 now. You can make another series. Go ahead and do it, you monkeys. Come on, you nonsense.
Goodness me. So yeah, we've had the same discussion since episode 2 till 9 about Sam. We thought he was going. He never did go.
Yeah.
And here we are. No
Welcome
winner.
to the Australian Traitor Series 2. Down under.
Oh, well, there you go then. So that's the whole series done.
That
Say
was
goodbye
fun.
to Roger.
That was fun. And Roger walked off as well. Did you notice that?
Yeah, he had enough.
And that was, because Sam kept saying, like, Sam couldn't believe, like, Sam kept saying, like, well, do I get some money? Do I get some money? And Roger just kept saying, Sam, you're getting nothing. Like, you're getting absolutely nothing.
Oh, dear. Well, there you go.
Sam could not believe it. His disbelief was funny, to be fair.
It was. It was good. It was nice justice at the end. So I liked that.
Yes, but it seemed it's a shame that in order for Sam to get justice, that Blake and Camille both had to also win nothing.
Yeah, I know, but
then also that is their fault, because Blake and Camille should have got
Sam
together and got Sam
teamed
out.
up. Yep.
They had an opportunity with Liam and Sarah. Even if Sarah did flake, which he did, Blake and Camille still could have gone for it if they had worked together. And
Exactly.
I think Camille would have done it with Blake, just not with Sam. As she said, she didn't. There was no basis for trust there.
I think the best episode of this series was when Annabelle and Luke teamed up.
That was a great
and
series,
showed
episode.
Sam is the traitor, Blake is the traitor.
Yeah.
That was like the best episode.
and then we went 5 more.
Oh, and then it was
episodes,
just ridiculous.
and no
because
one voted
from
for
that
Sam.
episode onwards. It was ridiculous and more rage-inducing. But there you go.
Dare I say they jumped the shark?
Possibly.
All
There
right.
you go then.
Well,
So that's the end.
Thank you for listening, everyone. If you enjoyed,
Thank you for all the support as well. All the silver bars. We've been
yes,
really appreciative.
if
of
you
all of
enjoyed
that.
listening to the podcast and you want to share your love, then please do share your silver bars with us by going to buymeacoffee.com/faithful. And don't forget to share this podcast with your friends, and keep an eye out on our socials at Traitors Podcast on X or at Faithful to the Traitors on Insta and Threads. We do have a new podcast coming out soon.
Yes.
It's called Comment Below, and it's basically more of Ben and I just kind of talking about nonsense with one another. So if you enjoy that, then why not jump on board on that podcast as well?
Events and things, stories from around that week, around the world is basically what it is, and the comments on social media. But yeah,
Leaving
we'll be
nothing
back.
to the imagination,
Well,
are we?
People might not care, and they might not think, "Oh, I do care now."
Do we not have enough pull power?
No.
Oh, okay.
And we don't know when we'll be back for Traitors. We've got the UK one coming soon. We've got a Canada one coming soon.
We know the Canada one is coming soon, but we think the UK one isn't coming out at the same time this time.
No, I think it's January.
It's January rather than December like it was last year, so it may be a little bit later.
Yeah,
but
I don't know
anyway.
when we're going to be down under again, if we are going to be, because we don't know if it's going to be renewed for a third series. So
Fingers crossed. But they got the money.
Roger needs a job. He
Yes.
needs to keep his hotel running. So we hope there is a third series, because the Australian one is really good. This one was just a little bit iffy.
Well, it's because they
Rough
focused on one
waters.
character. It's
Yeah.
just a shame that one character
It's
dominated
Sarah's
the
fault.
show.
Blame Sarah.
No,
I
it
love
wasn't
you,
entirely
Sarah.
Sarah. There was a few faults.
No, they're all idiots. Anyway, they're all.
These faithfuls are clueless.
Roger,
19 future podcasts no one ever asked for.
And now there'll be 19 more.
There will be. Hosted by Sam and Blake and Camille.
I'd
and
listen to
Sarah
that, actually.
And Annabelle and Luke and Liam.
Thank you also to the traitors of the cast of the Australian Traitors who have been listening to us and getting in touch and saying hello as well. We really appreciate that too. Really do.
It's all good.
Anyway,
Right.
I think we're rambling
Yes,
a little
we'll
bit.
wind up now, and then we'll see you all very soon when we post our next episode, which will be sometime in the future.
Just don't forget to follow us on social media and you can find out when.